But the title that I chose, or the title that I think we'll choose when we end up putting it on air, is Before the World Told Us Who to Be. And I think I got to that because I wanted to have a discussion of who you thought you were, or who I thought I was, prior to kind of the social conditioning. And I think back to childhood when we just were.
Mm-hmm.
And then unfortunately, expectations come into play, right? Of who we're going to be as a child to our parents, what kind of student we're going to be, what kind of friend we're going to be, what kind of employee. It just goes on and on. It actually is totally entwined in roles that we take on, which are natural to do. But yet I sometimes think now that I'm in midlife, I am being reintroduced to myself.
I think it's especially a pertinent conversation for women in midlife, and I would say kind of sort of mid to late midlife, because we were really the first generation of women who were pushing beyond the limitations that had been placed on earlier generations of women, but societal expectations of us hadn't yet changed.
Right.
So we had opportunities that earlier generations of women didn't have, but society was still, I think, kind of, especially when we were growing up, still looking at women a little bit narrowly in terms of what we were supposed to be doing.
Right.
And I certainly felt that growing up.
Well, I think during those, talking about midlife, the years leading up to like later midlife, we find ourselves in these roles that, like you said, society expects us, but also we want and expect for ourselves. So it's not that I wasn't living who I wanted to be. It's just now I'm in a place in my life where I can circle back to a lot of those things, or the way I was when I was young, like more adventurous. I mean, time opens up, right? Space opens up. We shed roles, or I don't want to say we shed, they shift. Like our parenting shifts, our career and our interest with our work. Either we don't have it anymore or it shifts, and we have all this wonderful space. So what do we do with it? And I don't like the phrase reinventing yourself in midlife. It's very popular and I get it. And it's not that I hate it, but for me, it's not reinventing myself. It's finding myself again.